What's up, everybody? It is Identify Different, hashtag 1850. It's Sunday, Dimanche, Sunday. Was it the 10th? The 10th, I believe, of August? Yeah, 2025. Well, my heart is heavy, and the Holy Spirit is speaking. I was trying to enjoy some chips I was eating, but it was like, put them chips down, because it's somebody's spirit is trying to weigh on mine, and I'm going to go ahead and speak to them, because I think I did do a video the other day about, how someone is in too deep, and it almost felt like it was my daughter. So again, the spirit is talking about my daughter. I need to drink some water on that. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Daughter, you're in some trouble. You're in some major trouble. You're in some trouble that I can't fix, nor would I attempt to fix, because of the dynamic of it. And it's a shame that you did not listen when I was speaking to you. And I know some things were also pressing upon your mindset. However, I do remember someone saying that you were selfish, and they were very adamant. Now, knowing what I know, that is pretty darn selfish. It's selfish for you to want to unalive someone who brought you into the world that didn't hurt you at all. The only thing I did for you is try to correct you when I thought something was wrong, or something that you need to pay attention to. And you got offended by that, but that's okay. It's okay to get offended, but it's not okay to plot, plan, scheme to red rum someone. Your father is in on this too. It makes me think about when, my granddaughter graduated. So you, me, my granddaughter, her son, and was Aiden with us? No. And your father was there, acting like a prick as usual, because I want nothing to do with him in a extra manner. But anyway, and what's amazing is Randy would say some very hurtful things about you to me, and I would try to defend you. And then all of a sudden, when Randy couldn't I don't know why he didn't use VA services to go to his doctor's appointment. The only thing that I can suspect is that, you all were still trying to plot and plan and it need to be face to face, I guess. Or, there was some type of exchange. You needed to be making exchanges. Or Randy needed to go to a place before he actually go to a doctor's appointment. Or who knows, maybe he didn't even have a doctor's appointment. Who knows? But what I do know is you all plotted, planned for something to happen to me. And before I left that county, I told you, I reached out to law enforcement. Whether they looking into it or not, they were reached out to. So, knowing what I know, I guess you thought it was a joke, because a lot of you who did what you did know some individuals that work for law enforcement, if not the FBI, CIA, or whatever. And when I say whatever, is like if they are crooked and doing diabolical things, such as what I know you attempted with the others to do to me, then they don't get my respect. As a matter of fact, they too would be in trouble for working with you in such a diabolical manner. Now the spirit keep pressing upon saying, she's in some major trouble. Well, I would suspect so if you're going around trying to put a HIT on my life. And then, I think back, I reflect back when none of you would stand up with me when I thought my son was missing, hurt, if not red rum. So it's all making sense now. All of you collaborated for money's sake. Money. And I have never hurt any of you, not even my grandchildren. As a matter of fact, you, daughter, were very adamant when you say, oh, I have to move back to the county in which I was in because you couldn't afford West Palm. Now I know that was a lie. It was that you needed to get close to me. You needed me to be in your apartment. So the lie you told about CPS could halfway ring truth. But there's no truth in a lie. A lie can only bring out the truth. Period. Okay? So, I don't know if, there's literally something going on with your mental state. You used to talk about your brother, Daniel, a lot. And I told you to stop that, right? But no, you continued to be wayward. And I also remember, where were we at? It was something going on at a park. Or it could have been a fair where your older sister was there. The one that name started with an S. Her mother has passed away, that sister. And you all giggled and laughed, but she was like, oh, I got to watch, Danielle's mouth. Or, I got to watch your mouth. Because, you be quick to flip off. And I notice that too when we have, gone out to eat. You do some things that, I would not do, especially if someone is, preparing the food. But then again, y'all have so many people in your pocket. Maybe that was just a show for you to think that I would emulate that. I'm your mother. Why would I emulate your bad behavior? I would tell you about it, not emulate it, okay? Now, everything I didn't get correct. But one thing for sure, I would not be in a financial rut and say, oh, well, let's see, which one of my three children can I knock off so I could fix my money problems or whatever. This Illuminati bullcrap got y'all mind twisted. And I'm not sure if Tremaine is still here or not, because with all this illusion and exclusion and trying to include me in things that I'm not a part of, things that I know nothing about, things that you all have contributed to and tried to put me in. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe y'all tried to say I was the one that unalived Tremaine. What? Make that make sense. And then, I do know that Kenny is involved in some of his side of his family, too. So, y'all little scheme is over. It's done. So I'm not sure if you're having a manic depression episode or you're actually schizophrenic. I don't know. But something is wrong with your mental state if you think that your scheme is going to manifest for you. It's not. If the victim, I, know about it, then you best believe it's other people who know about it. Furthermore, the major one that I want you to know knows about it is the Creator. And I remember going to my grandson's christening with you. I don't know who that couple was, but I guess you and your baby daddy knew her. But they were nice. I'm not saying anything about them, but, I don't know all these people that came to play in your life, and now knowing that what I know, that, my family or the family that I thought was family, which I know you're my family because you came from me, but you're not acting like family. You're acting like a total barbaric stranger. And that's cool because you're grown. And when you're grown and you don't like your parent or you don't like what they stand for, you simply stay away from them. You don't try to collaborate with others to try to unalive them, because that is criminal. And even though you didn't commit the unaliving, the penalties for an attempt is major too. And if I remember your birth date correctly, you should be about 40. So depending on what all you have done with this dark magic and dark covens and whatever else you are involved with, if the attempt on my life alone will probably give you 20, 30. So if you're 40 and you get 30 years, that's 70 years. You'll be 70 years old. Not to mention the other charges that you may have done by committing fraud or using my picture on a driver's license, getting tickets, tax evasion. See, all those are major crimes that even I cannot get you out, nor would I want to. You need to own up to what you attempted to do to your own mother with others. When you would tell me, when I was explaining to you, oh, they're doing this to me, you say, oh, who are these fictitious people that you're speaking of? It was fictitious to you, wasn't it? Because you were part of the group, right? But now that the secret is out, the cat is out the bag, and all of you are known for what you are doing. You're known. You can believe it or not. There is a real threat on a person's life. So therefore, all you're known. You're seen. You're heard. And especially by the Creator. That's the main one I want to hear and know. Because when He judges, when the Creator judges, it is going to be like written in stone. And I forgive you. I really do. I'm not sure how you got confused, but then, I remember when you told me about Tara, Deborah's niece, how, she was hemmed up by some people who were constantly SAing her, but I believe that was some type of initiation. That's what y'all crazy, silly women being led captive by silly men, because there's no way that I would have somebody manipulate my tempo like that. And I believe I said something to y'all when we be watching movies and we see movies with prostitutes and things, and I say, ain't no way no pimp, I'm sitting up there doing, ain't no way no pimp gonna beat me up, take all my money. No. But you youngsters go join some coven, giving your body up for the Illuminati, I guess, for the riches untold, looking at the ones that are already in stardom that the Most High is going to address too if they're doing anything naughty and not nice. And then you decide to be like a bouquet of flowers that came from a bad bunch and wither. The broken branch from the Creator, Elohim. All of y'all are lost. You're lost. And the spell work, your magic, is making you very, very delusional. And then I had no clue about that type of stuff. I don't know if it was you or someone was saying something about, my ex-BFF daughter who had a Wicca board, but I didn't even pay any attention to it, right? I just said, well, she's different, she's her own, as long as she's not bothering nobody. But I guess that all of y'all were dibbling and dabbling in dark magic against me, unbeknownst to me. While I'm trying to be a good friend, a good mother, a good wife or whatever, or a good girlfriend or whatever, and everybody conspiring against me. And I'm here to tell you on August 10th, 2025, everything is an epic fail. You can have plastic surgery and get your boobs enhanced, whatever. But it's an epic fail. And the most prominent thing, if you get nothing else from this, is being a mother. That's something to be proud of. Your children came out healthy, and they have all their ligaments and everything. And then I was like, oh, my beautiful daughter, she is so beautiful, and she's going to school. This is what you were showing me, right? And she's my younger version of myself, and and all I wanted was for you to do better than what I did. And I thought that was your pursuit too, but no. You elected to take the easy route and try to do something that's despicable, disgraceful. You and the others. So the only thing I can say to you is, you better pray to the Creator, because you got a long haul ahead of you. I'm going to go on with my life. I am concerned about the other spectrum of the lineage. And I know there's other people involved. There's other people trying to emulate me, be me besides you. I do know that you took some type of monies, because on your salary, doing what I know you to do, you cannot be traveling like you were traveling. And I also know now that because of those travels, those pop-up trips, you were either going to try to do rituals to try to insert yourself in my world, in my destiny. Y'all been watching TV too much, too many movies. And the latest movie, Together, I guess that kind of emulates what you all were trying to do. People, when you're watching movies, make sure you watch it closely, because dark magic, it is real. People will try to suck the life out of you. Yes, they will. But we rebuke that in the holy name of Yeshua HaMashiach. No. No. That's not working. I mean, for someone who used to watch ID and stuff like that in 48 hours, I don't know why y'all thought y'all plan was going to be any different. I mean, I guess y'all was trying to learn something different. Okay, if they caught them like this, we going to do this instead. No, it doesn't work like that. The Most High don't like ugly. Ancestors don't like ugly. And some ancestors are really adamant about who you can and cannot touch. So, undoubtedly, I must be got some BAs for my ancestors. Badasses for my ancestors. Yeah. And, everything that y'all did to me, I forgive y'all. I'm just ready to move on. I mean, I got crazy behind John that need to go somewhere. You said to me when I left, with the police escort, when all these particular family members was there helping me to move my things, we still got some unfinished business. What unfinished business do we have? There will be none. We don't have any children together. We are not married. It's called, I don't want to be with you no more. I don't want to see you no more. You were crazy and deranged, so I needed police escort to leave you, and yet you still want to try to be in my energy. Get lost. You want anything to do with anyone who is trying to red run me, steal from me, try to lie on me to get me locked up. So inevitably I could be red run possibly in there. I don't want anything to do with any of y'all. What you need to do, you need to do some soul searching, and while you do that, I'm going to move on. Please let me, or my ancestors are going to be fierce in moving you out of the way. Period. I'm talking to you too, Sandra. Get out my energy. You're not me. You the one got this whole stupid shenanigan BS going on in the first place. You and Archie. Y'all are sick. That millstone around your neck because you misled my lineage for your BS. All I know is you all cannot have anything that belongs to me. And Kenny, when you left in 2008, and I can't remember the years, but I know I met Stupid John in 2013. So I know before that time I was pretty much single. But I know you and I hooked up every now and again. But you know what? I'm so glad you didn't bring me a disease. And I'm so glad that it's over. I'm telling you that it's over. Just because in 2008 when you left, I didn't get a divorce until 2014. That does not mean that I want you. When you came and we had that contract about the life insurance about Tremaine in 2017, I didn't ask you to stay. We were talking about the contract only. So why are you still trying to be in my energy? Get out. You all are sick in your head. You tried to scam me, defraud me, and further, John, Kenny, Sean, Randy, all four of y'all in the bed together, literally. Why would I want you? Why? And if the spirit is saying, Danielle, you done touched down with some of my exes too, which is sick, very sick to me. I mean, that's crazy. And then if you tried to say that I red rum my son, but my son is really alive around here, then that means all of my lineage turned against me because of magic from some crazy adults that manipulated them. As a child, you manipulated me because I didn't know that you were a witch, Sandra. I didn't know anything about witchcraft until late 2022. So what y'all saying, I'm a witch? No. When I speak, it's the Holy Spirit that speaks mysteries from my mouth to your ear. It's not magic. Because when I'm speaking on, like I'm speaking right now, and something comes out my mouth, you be like, well, dang, how she knew that? Right. Do you see me doing any magic? No, you don't. Because I don't do that. I want nothing to do with anyone who is a voodoo freak, trying to manipulate and hurt somebody else so you can have a come up. That's retarded. That's not who I am. Okay. Now, Spirit, is there anything else you want me to say to this daughter and them? Big no. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and go. We just needed to tell you all that. Okay.